Okay, for the sake of this video, we're just coming down out of Prince Cove, coming down the channel. I don't know what do you, there's, I don't, we looked it up, there's no name for this river. Anyway, and coming down into North Bay here in a few minutes. My beautiful little Honda 5 is purring along very nicely. Okay, my arm's getting tired, so I think I'm going to shut this down for a minute. We'll get turn this back on when we get a little closer to Town Dog. Well, good evening, guys. From aboard Little Girl, and I'm out on the mooring at Ropes Beach. Give you a view around here in just a minute. As you can see, the mast is up. Everything's copacetic. I got it all on this morning, and the boom is not. We got the boom on tomorrow morning. Get the sail out. Kind of inclement right now. A little bit of sporadic rain coming. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling a little bit of it right now. But anyway, just welcome aboard, Little Girl. We'll keep you guys posted periodically. I'm gonna just turn this around, give you a view of the area and Ropes Beach, and just looking out onto Cotuit Harbor out here. Let me turn it around. Okay, back behind you there, or behind me, looking toward the beach, you can see all the dinghies flipped upside down. That's where I've got my dinghy. My dinghy's right there. But anyway, I just rode out here with my mast, excuse me, my boom sticking out the front. We had forgotten it back at my mom's house this morning. I had to go back and get it. But anyway, no problem. I was able to row it out here very handily. And so anyway, we're out here now. So I'm going to kind of do a little panorama here. This is a little point of land. Now, right beyond that point of land, around the corner, is Cotuit Harbor, the main place where I used to go on the mooring over there. And my brother's boat is right around the corner there too. So anyway, but you can see here, there's a lot of boats still in, but there's a lot that have already been pulled out too. So. And this place up here, I don't exactly understand what they're doing, but there's all these homes around here are $1 million homes, at least $1 million. And yeah, this is not a cheap area to live. But anyway, yeah, it's dark, and we're losing light, and it's starting to rain. So I'm gonna get back inside, guys. Welcome to Little Girl on a rather inclement evening. And we'll keep you posted as we go through this whole experience. Tomorrow, my brother's going to come, and hopefully the weather will be better. We're going to try to get some sailing in tomorrow after I get the boom on and the sail up, and we'll see how everything works. God bless you guys. Have a good evening. Bye. Hey, guys. Update aboard Little Girl. I've got some time before supper. I was at Mom's to pick up the boom earlier and ate a roast beef sandwich, so I got some time to kill here. I've been trying to rearrange the cabin. Not working very well because I still got the big new mainsail and the jib in here. And until those go, it's just going to be crowded. But anyway, that's going to happen tomorrow. In the meantime, I got some time before I go ahead and have my ravioli, warm ravioli, thank you very much. And I just decided to go ahead and start reading again. I've read this book, I think, 2 times already, and but I strongly recommend it. It's called Penelope Down East. This is awesome, awesome reading. It's about a guy that has a catboat, and he sails all along the coast of Maine into the little harbors and slips, and it's just really remarkable reading. You might enjoy reading that. So this is one of the many things I plan to kind of get back into, since I'm going to be out here on the mooring and doing some sailing to different places and have lag time. Yeah, so anyway, give it a shot. Penelope Down East. Good stuff. Catch you later. Good morning. It's 3 o'clock. Been up a couple times during the night just to check on things. It has been pouring, and I mean pouring down rain. This was not in the forecast. Anyway, it's a good thing I got up because I think it was around 2. I opened the hatch and I looked out there. One of the unique things about this particular boat, I guess all seafarers, because I read about another one and having the same problem, that when you're underway, you have to put a plug in. Was a lanyard hole, but there was used to be a lanyard that goes down through the cockpit floor and connects to the centerboard. So you can raise and lower the centerboard, and there's a cleat right there on that block. And anyway, the long and short of it is, a long time ago, I found out that there's this one part you can buy, and it's just a plumbing part, okay, that you can buy at Home Depot, and it's just a soft plug that when you plug that into that lanyard hole, you have no water coming up at all. And so, obviously, with coming all the way down from Prince Cove to Town Dock, and from Town Dock over to the mooring here, that plug has been in to go ahead and so that water is not come gushing up when you're underway. I mean, and it forces water up through that lanyard hole. Well, anyway, long and the short, I got up at 2:00 and I looked out there. I had 3 inches of water in the sole of my cockpit. 3 inches of water. I said, well, this is not good. I could be sinking even as I'm floating. So anyway, I went ahead and pulled the hatch back enough to get access to that thing, and I pulled the plug, and indeed it is draining. I haven't looked out there recently. I don't want to get wet. But anyway, suffice it to say, that problem is resolved. We're just going to have to wait till morning and try to do some mopping up around here. The other part of the problem I've got right now is I went to bed at 9:30. Okay, well, okay, 9. So 9:30 to 10:30. So that's 1, 10. I say 10:30, 11:30, 1. I'm sorry, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. That's when I woke up. Right? That's 5 hours of sleep. That's all I ever get. Moral of the story is, don't go to bed early. Wait till late, which I always do. Kind of messed up my internal clock here. So this is why I'm talking to you at 3:00 in the morning. Okay, I'm done with this. I think I'm going to go ahead and turn in and see if I can actually get some more sleep since it's the middle of the night. All right, guys, catch you tomorrow. Oh, one more thing at 3:00 in the morning. I just pulled up my Polaris software, and it's nailed it again. When I did my first solo, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, I was up in Wacoya Bay, anchored out, and it nailed it. I mean, that is right on the button. That's exactly where I am. I'm on a mooring right there at Rope's Beach. This you see. Hang on, where are we going? You can see Cotuit Harbor here, but then there's a little indent that goes in like that. That's Rope's Beach, and that's where I am. Very comfortably situated on a mooring, except for all the cussed rain. But it looks like, I just checked it. It looks like everything clears out by about 5:00, and it just goes to fog. So when I get up, at 5 or thereabouts, hopefully all the rain will be gone. I can go ahead and start mopping up the mess out there in the cockpit. Well, guys, it's all done. Everything's on. My brand new sail, my old jib, very old jib. My sail cover that I made, which is looking crappy because I had a really hard time flaking this sail. But anyway, it's on, and also the main sheet is on. Anyway, so I'm going to just turn around and show you everything that's gotten done here. I'm really glad I had today of not sailing, because all this stuff had to be done anyway to do the sailing. So it was good. We got everything done, and it's ready to roll. And I think probably my brother Gary's going to be down here tomorrow. We can go ahead and get in a bit of a day sale. Try that new sail. See how it goes. All right, let me turn it around. Okay, forward you can see the jib is all on, and it's ready to go. Literally, all we got to do is uncleat it from the port side of the mast. Port side of the mast, and raise it, and that's all ready to go. Starboard is all starboard. The starboard halyard is all ready to go. That's the red and white coming down there, and it's already clipped to the headboard on the new sail. New sail is on, and all rigged out very nicely. I got it nice, good and taut so that the foot is full. And then this old, well, not old. I did this sail cover a long time. Oh, there's the one I forgot to clip. I did this sail cover a long time ago, and it came out good. But I tell you what, with this new sail, it looks like crap because new sail does not want to conform. My brother's going to be down here tomorrow. I think we're going to try to properly downy flake this sail to make it behave itself over the top of the boom. Anyway, enough on that. Got that. Oh, and here, one more thing. Main sheet is done. This is all ready to go. There you go. Good to go. All right, that's it, guys. I'm done for the day. All right, guys, morning update. This is now Friday. Yes, last night was a kind of a zoo. I was getting out of the boat, getting ready to go over to my mom's house. I tripped, fell. Both my cell phones went in the water. One of them is dead. That's the one I had tremendous amount of footage of me putting on the sail. Just all that, putting in the battens, getting my first ever brand new sail put on the boat. All that's gone. I mean, it's just, that phone just wiped out because of the salt water. My other phone, thankfully, the one that I actually use as a phone, is fine. I had to let it dry out overnight in order to start charging because it's caution, you're going to kill me. Anyway, you couldn't charge it immediately because of the moisture in the charging port. But anyway, by this morning we're all set, and I'm now up and running with my regular cell phone back, with a lot of footage on it from so far on this voyage. But all that good footage that I had of getting this boat ready, it's gone. I mean, I regret that. But anyway, okay, here we go. All I'm doing right now is giving you guys an update. Very different day. Thursday, what was it? Wednesday we put in. Wednesday night into Thursday, you already know about that. Just tremendous amount of thunderstorms, and maybe you don't, because I think that may be some of the footage I lost. Huge amount of thunderstorms and rain pouring down. Wow. But okay, all that's over with. We got beautiful, beautiful weather coming up. Today is supposed to be like 77 degrees, and it's bright sunshine out there right now. My brother's supposed to be coming down today, probably noonish, and we're going to go for a sail and try my new sail. So, all right, guys, that's it. I want to just give you that update, and no more dropping or having my cell phones exposed to the salt water. Not going to do that again. All right, God bless. Bye-bye. Okay, just a little injection right here in the video. That the night I got that Thursday night that I tripped and my phones went in the water. I got to Mom's house, and we were getting all dried out and whatever. She said, "Have you thought about the idea of putting your cell phones in a baggie?" I said, really good idea. So I'm going to just suggest to you guys, if you're transporting cell phones or valuable equipment, and they have commercial jobs to do this. Hello, one of my cell phones. This is in a plastic bag in a Ziploc. So put it in there and zip it, and then put it in a pouch or something as you get to land, and you can take it out. But in the meantime, I almost guarantee that if I'd used this that night, it would have saved both my phones from ever getting wet at all. So yeah, I mean, thank you, Mom. Good idea. She's 94 years old. Good thinking, Mom. All right, just share that with you. And you guys that are going to be out on the water and transporting delicate equipment like that, yeah, get you some Ziploc baggies. Catch you later. Bye. All right, kind of a wrap up for today. This is Friday, and my brother came, as I've already mentioned, I think previously. My brother came, and we went out for a nice day sail. It went really well. Um, the wind was kind of fluky, but once we got out onto Nantucket Sound, it was really pretty good, and we got to going so nicely out there that if we had decided to, I joked that we could probably be out at Nantucket in about another 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, well, we're not going to do that. But anyway, we went out for quite a ways and just really enjoyed the sail and enjoyed the new sail, which is working great. I mean, I'm just so proud of it. Anyway, that's all done. We're back, and I'm back on the mooring for tonight. Here's the plan, and we'll see how it goes. But right now, this is the plan. The plan is that tomorrow I'm going to sail for Waquoit. It's about 9 miles per hour to the northeast. That's fine. That'll be fine and dandy for that trip down there. And I'm hoping for a little more than 9. But anyway, once I get outside of Cotuit Harbor and out through the channel and into open water on Nantucket Sound, I should be fine for the whole way down there. I don't care if it takes a while. I'm real good with that. If it takes a little longer than I think it should, I'm going to sail it. I'm not going to motor it. And when we get down to Waquoit, I'm going to have the motor on. I'm going to probably douse my sails and put the maybe not douse my sails, maybe just kind of well, we'll see. But I've got to have that motor on going into the channel there, because that can be nasty. You got that rock wall. I've already mentioned it in a previous video. You got a rock jetty all along the right-hand side of the channel as you're entering there, and it's pretty narrow. So anyway, got to have the motor on. I get up into Waquoit. I sail about halfway up the bay, and I'm going to put in right in front of Washburn Island. And the cool part about that is a couple of years ago when I did my first, I guess it was 4 years ago when I did my first solo, I called I think it's the Mashpee harbor master. I called her and I asked her, where can I, go in and anchor out over there? She said, you can go right off Washburn Island. You can stay there as long as you want. Said, okay, that sounds great. So that's what I did. Okay, so this time we're going to be going right back there to anchor out for the night, maybe 2, but the whole point, I think maybe just 1. Okay, if we anchor out there over a night, Saturday into Sunday, and then Sunday afternoon, go ahead and with the wind, I can't remember, east northeast, that's still good. I can't remember. The point is, it's still going to be good, and I'm going to sail down to Oak Bluffs and put in for a night. But then on Tuesday, that'll be Sunday into Monday, and stay the night on Monday, and then on Tuesday I'm going to sail right back because the wind is going to be perfect. It's going to be out of the southwest. It'll take me right from Oak Bluffs right up to Cotuit again, and we'll get anchored out. On Wednesday, this is all Lord willing, and if the creek don't rise, on Wednesday we take the mast down. Got to. And wait a minute. Yeah, Wednesday we take the mast down, and Thursday I'm going to go drive it back up to Prince Cove. And once we get to Prince Cove, what's going to happen is we're going to go ahead and pull on Thursday instead of Friday. And and that'll be enough. That'll be enough. If I get all that done on this trip, I'll consider it a success. So anyway, that's it, guys. Hope that everything goes well. And thanks for coming by, Restoring Little Girl. I ain't restoring, Sailing Little Girl. And hope you've enjoyed this series so far. I'm just grieving over all the stuff I lost because of that phone getting wet. But yeah, we're moving on. Okay, so it is Saturday, September 21st, and we are not leaving till 1 o'clock. And let me explain to you why. What we're going to be doing is looking at tide charts. This is, because this is Saturday, September 21st, we've got to go to Eldridge. It's Pilot and Tide and Pilot book. Here, let me turn it around. And every year you have to get one of these because it changes every year. I don't know how many of these I've got, but anyway, this is 2025. So what we're going to do, we're going to start off by, let me get the glasses back on so I can see what I'm saying here. Start off by looking at right here. Okay, September. And everything is dependent on Pollock Rip. The Pollock Rip is the tide that flows in when it's a flood tide and out when it's an ebb tide from the space between Monomoy Island and Nantucket Island. Okay, there's that space right in there. Monomoy is out at the end of Cape Cod. Nantucket is, that's right out there just below the end of Cape Cod. Okay, so that tide is flowing in and out. In is a flood. Wait a minute. Out is a flood. In is an ebb tide. And so what we're going to be doing right now, we're going to go to September 21st right here. Okay? But we're looking for an ebb tide. An ebb tide, and we're going to explain it in a minute. An ebb tide flows in, which means it's flowing southwest along the bottom of the Cape, exactly the direction I need to go to get to my destination. Okay, so up here, this is a flood tide. This is an ebb tide. So we go back down to September 21st, right here, come across here. The ebb tide for September 21st begins at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, why am I not going at 10 o'clock in the morning? Let us explain it. Because when you go back to the maps that go with this, okay, 3 hour, okay, if you were to go, let's say 2 hours after ebb tide, here's your ebb tide coming in from the ocean, okay, coming along the bottom of the Cape, but it's not all ebb tide. You still have some outgoing tide that is conflicting. It's kind of a jumble in here right after Falmouth. Well, I'm going to be going right in that neighborhood. I don't want to deal with that. So you go 3 hours after ebb tide, which is 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and here we go. Okay, here's the ebb tide coming in from the Atlantic. Ebb tide, there we go, coming all of it. All these little arrows are all pointing one direction. Okay, I'm starting from right there. That's Cotuit. Okay, I'm starting from right there. I'm taking this, and all these arrows are going my way, and I'm going to be going up in right there. That's Wacoit. And that's where that dangerous channel is. You got the rocks on each side. Anyway, so I'm going to be going from Cotuit up here, sailing down the coast. And it doesn't look that far, but it is. It's further than it looks. And I'm going to be going right up into Wacoit right here. So anyway, but all my tide is an ebb tide coming in. Headed right down southwest, right down the coast, and that's exactly where I want to go. So anyway, that's why you don't leave at 10 o'clock in the morning, because it's still conflicted. But 3 hours later, what does it say right here? 3 hours after ebb tide starts at Pollock Rip Channel, or one after. Anyway, you don't need that part of it. The point is, that's why we're starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's just a very poor explanation of what we're doing and why we're doing it and so on and so forth. But anyway, this is why when you have a new year of sailing and you're having to do some stuff that is dependent on tides and wind and so forth, particularly tides, well, everything tide, okay, you got to get one of these. I mean, there's just no two ways about it. And by the way, the price is going up and up, and this is $22, 22 plus. For this, okay, but you know what? It's worth it because it's the one thing that explains everything to you. And lets you look it up and figure out when you need to leave and the way to optimize. Believe me, if I left before 10 o'clock in the morning or earlier, like let's say I wanted to leave at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, I would be fighting tide all the way down to Wacoit. I mean, it would be coming right smack at me. And anyway, and it even lists the miles, or excuse me, it wouldn't be miles per hour, knots per hour of current that you're contending with. The incoming, the ebb tide that I'm going to be dealing with, I'm going to have 1.8 knots of ebb tide coming behind me, which is awesome. I mean, it's not great, but I mean it's enough to keep me with the wind in my direction and that 1.8 knots. We're good to go. It's going to be a nice. It won't be a Nantucket sleigh ride exactly, but it'll be an easy going sail all the way down to Wacoit. So, all right, that's it, guys. So I'd explain that. And like I said, if you're doing ocean work up and down the East Coast, you really need to get an Eldridge. Yeah, it's just kind of vital. All right, catch you later. Okay, that's it, guys. After that rather cumbersome explanation of tides and so forth, we're going to wrap it for right now. We're right at coming up on a half hour here. And not only that, but in the next video, we take off. We're going to be leaving and heading down toward Wacoit. So, yeah, then it gets fun. Because we have a rather tumultuous sail down there. And one particular incident at the beginning is going to be very nicely documented and illustrated. I hope you enjoy this. So anyway, all right, guys, we'll be underway next episode, and hope you enjoyed this one. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.